Yo, what's up? It's your girl, BBOZ, and we're rocking out with SG Magazine, Scrilla Guerillaz Events.
So what's up, everybody? It's Chris, aka The Curvy Butterfly, and I'm here for the Catch My Laughs Curves in Business ATL. I'm here rocking with Scrilla Guerillaz Magazine. Make sure you check me out on Instagram at Curvy Curly Chrissy or hashtag The Curvy Butterfly with the I, not Y.
A little bit of paper, a little bit of change. Wasn't much coming up before the dope game. Dead broke, no jokes, man. Before I sold bud, before I whipped cocaine, I was packing bags. Castle Hill ran the lab, my little shoebox. Back then, I was stacking cash. Green make the globe spin on its access. Because without green, you ain't getting access. Lame niggas front like they getting it. Running the Atlas. The fact is they broke, gotta check them after taxes. We make money to spend money to make money.
Of course, it's sponsor. Like, I don't have no sponsorship. Like, now we get advertisers in the magazine because we're on our second issue. But mind you, we were new. And a lot of people, you know, they're not going to always believe in your dream. So even if you're saying, well, get an ad in my magazine, it's going to be here or there, they may not want to. Now they are. Of course, the prices have went up now. But you know what I mean? So, well, right, the prices have went up now. So pictures, we got the models, we took the pictures, we chose the pictures. For the calendar, it was only 12 pictures. So we chose 12 pictures, but a magazine is a little more than that. So initially, when you got the magazine, we took the pictures, that's one thing. We chose the pictures of the girls. Now we have to get the graphic designer to do the layout. So that's another, you know, we have to get a layout. So you want the graphics, the wording, we don't want every page to be the same. And also you got articles, then we need an editor, someone who can go over the stories. You got features, because it's not just a picture book, it's not only girls. It's features, you got up and coming artists, you got advertisers. So it's a little more than that. Then once you get the layout, then everything together, now you gotta go to printing. So the printing is, like I said, in the thousands, you know what I'm saying, of dollars to print those magazines. You know, but it works out good because, you know, we have a lot of people that's buying it, and we usually just buy in bulk. The first issue, we ordered 1,000 copies. That sold out. The second issue, we ordered 3,000. We're ordering 5,000 of the third copy. You know what I mean? So that's how I do that.
A magazine, a brand. She runs.
So you just want two different answers.
Two different answers. As a woman who runs it in a magazine, a woman who actually does this for just branding herself. Both of you guys brand yourself in both different categories for curvy women.
But she's actual a model
herself. Yeah. So my question is basically, how would you brand yourself, and how would you get yourself as in a magazine as a BBW woman?
Let's take the BBW word. We don't like that word.
Apologies.
Most plus size models and women, I don't know about you guys, but we don't need that type.
I apologize.
Just beautiful women, or some people like voluptuous or full figure. The first thing I would do is definitely just starting as a model is you definitely want to build your portfolio, but you also want to go to events like this where you can network with people that's already in the industry, because you will meet a lot of different photographers. It's 2016, there's a lot of photographers out here, but not all of the photographers have your best interests at heart. So you definitely want to make sure, you know, you learn a little bit about the background to build your portfolio, know who's the photographers for signed plus size models versus just a photographer. Sometimes you get caught up in just finding a photographer who does a lot of airbrushing for the smaller models, maybe in like Smooth Magazine, and they'll take your money just to say, oh, I'll shoot you, but they won't put your product out to be the best. So you want to make sure that, or whoever the woman, you want to make sure that your portfolio is perfection. When you go to agencies, or if you present yourself to someone like Troyer or myself, and your picture is not the best, then of course we're going to look at the girl that has the better quality photo. Whether your makeup is flawless, or, you know, we don't care about your size. We don't care. A lot of people, they have a perception about my brand that I only do curvy girls with a small waist. My models are all different sizes, but it's that photo that's going to grab my attention. So even though I say, well, I'm looking for models, it doesn't have to be a professional picture. Sometimes I look at the models and I say, oh, well, she actually sent me a professional picture. She really wants it. So definitely you want to start off with a very clean portfolio. If you're looking to host parties in your city, you probably want to link up with a lot of the party promoters. Now, I'm definitely the person to be very honest with you because I do it myself. I've hosted parties. I've been in videos. You want to link up with the right promoters because most promoters are not going to promote a plus size woman. Janky promoters is what we call them. So, you know, and getting
even a plus size model. We all get hooked up thinking that there's standard model, there's plus size model. At the end of the day, the rules are the same.
Right.
It's just the size is different. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be professional at all times.
Any other questions we have? Sure. Because I started a little different.
Okay, so I wasn't your average model, okay? I was just chilling on Instagram, all right? I really was. Okay, so I was just chilling on Instagram, right? So this guy basically was like, wow, you know, you have such a cool personality, you're pretty dope. Let me send you a t-shirt. So the guy sent me a t-shirt, and bam, everybody wanted to send me a t-shirt. So I'm on there just posing, modeling, you know, taking selfies in the mirror because I thought that I only looked good if I took my own pictures. So I was afraid of photo shoots. And I'm gonna say this, and this is probably gonna sound weird, and everybody, Francie and Troya, don't put me out of y'all magazines and stuff like that. I never wanted to be a model. Okay, I know this is gonna sound weird. I never wanted to be a model ever in life. It was crazy that people saw more in me than I saw in myself.
You know, really, it's just, I just want to tell them, really, I can't remember who said that, but the photographers, I started out on Model Mayhem. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it.
Davis Bridal, I was on the news, like all of these things. Sometimes when I lost weight, I was too skinny, and they told me, you're plus size, you can't be that big. Sometimes I gained too much weight, and they said, even though you're plus size, you're too big to be plus size. So, yes. And it messes with your head of like, well, am I supposed to lose weight? Am I supposed to like be big? So I say all of that to say, like right now, I'm not a signed model, but I just went out there and did it. Like, so I think the biggest thing, you have to take quality pictures. You have to learn your angles. Just because you say you're 5'3", you better get angles so it makes you look taller. Wear heels, wear jeans. So you can learn how to, I guess, fake it until you make it. So I just wanted to say, there's going to be so many limitations, whether or not you're tall or short. But I think that
you know, I'm no model, but I get a lot of photographers come, and I'm from New York City, by the way. For some of the people that came after I did my little introduction, I'm Bianca William. I'm from New York City. I'm a serial entrepreneur, author, philanthropist, mentor, you name it. And I'm a designer as well. And we have a Be Pretty Grand Factory that's located in Bronx, New York. Yeah, this is one of my designs that Chrissy has on here. And of course mine.
She didn't even take my measurements. I just showed up. She was like, put this on.
I was kind of stalking the page.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. But yeah, so a lot of models come to me because I do a lot of events in New York City, so they do always ask me those questions as well. And I tell them you have to be both. Now, granted, sometimes when you are signed with agencies, especially agencies in New York City, because we have a lot of top agencies. Not saying ATL don't beat me up after this. Yeah, I have a lot of top agencies as well, but you know, New York City is like the mecca. So a lot of times models are signed to agencies and they can't do anything else. So I do recommend that you can do both. Sometimes start with a lower agency where you're not as restricted, so that way you can still continue to do your stuff on the side. Because sometimes you have agencies where they won't, you know, because huge agencies, they want to take that 60%.
Because when I created, when I started Curves in the Streets, along with, even with Chrissy, when we started Curves in the Streets, just being out in the streets doing media, it's from that people was like, okay, you're posting a lot on Instagram, you're a blogger. I'm like, no, I'm not a blogger, I'm not a writer. And I had that fear too. I'm not a writer, even though I'm college educated, but that's back to the questions about modeling, like find your niche. Tall, short, fat, skinny, even if you don't see your lane, create it.
have to get in this industry. If you don't see what you want or people not, inviting you to things, you create it, you start it. Obviously, there's something that needs to be started. Also, when modeling, models, like if you're going to a casting or if you're looking for a casting, even if you're a curvy model, don't always look for curvy model casting because you're limiting yourself.
To be yourself, and you're taking maybe quality selfies and stuff like that, and you're just enjoying life, people will pick up on your personality. One thing about me, I tell people, I'm always fly and I'm always friendly, okay? So personality goes a long way. I think when I've only been in Atlanta 2 years, okay? I'm from Memphis. In Memphis, we don't have opportunities like we have here in Atlanta. So I was not exposed to as much. A lot of times you do have to change your atmosphere because like I said, I'm from First 48, all right? That's where I'm from. That's what I ain't gonna kill nobody now. Just don't. But I got to Atlanta and it was crazy because I was already known on social media for promoting t-shirts. So I don't know what happened, but I must have just real been fly, like I said. And so somebody kept tagging me and friends and stuff like, man, you want to be a like good or something like that. And here I was just chilling,
You don't mind messing up your business. You know why? Because they can go on with their life. Absolutely not. And they can continue going on. But it's still your business. And that one contact or that one person you didn't get to because you didn't hold those other people accountable can mess you up in the future. Because as we think this world is so big, this industry is very small. And everybody knows everybody in some form, shape, and way. Everybody knows everybody. So you hold people accountable for what they said they're going to do for you.
Okay, Dave. Hard leather gold chains and a 38 is all I seen as a shorty. I was only 8, cooking up crack. Learned the street recipe, no looking back. Old friends screaming, remember me? I was ghost, back pocket the toast, front pocket the Scrilla, corners had us on post, kept a lookout. When it came to beef, we turned the streets to a cookout. David Dinkins had New York City on a cool out. The nightlife was twisted, money, murder, and mystics. Wings and rice from the Chinese to be specific. Yeah, that's that block shit. That's that out all night, hugging that clock shit. The blacks had the guns, Spanish had the Boricua, the whites had the power to hit us all with the Rico.